Let's explore something exciting. Creating interactive apps using Gemini. Can you build an interactive app or game without touching a single line of code? With Google's Gemini Canvas, the answer is sort of. Let's find out how. Welcome to the Brave Achievers channel. Google's Canvas feature in Gemini lets you write, code, and instantly create apps, games, interactive quizzes, web pages, and even infographics, all inside a chat window. It's like having a personal coding assistant that not only writes code for you, but also shows you a live preview of what it's built. Intrigued, we put it to the test. Here's how to use it. Go to gemini.google.com/app and turn on the Canvas icon in the chat bar. We'll ask it to create an app that teaches 9th graders UI/UX design. It responds with the components of the app to inform you of what to expect. It takes a couple of seconds, and here we have the HTML code for our app, and you can click on the preview button to see the interactive app it created. UI/UX design for 9th graders. It looks pretty good. Looks more like a web page than an app, but it works. The progressive disclosure icons are clickable and reveal more information for learners. This is really good information that breaks down the concept of design for 9th graders. It even includes a mini quiz. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. Nice. Let's try another prompt and ask it this time to incorporate characters from Squid Game, like the pink uniformed soldiers and the green uniformed contestants, to make the app that teaches 9th graders UI/UX design a fun and interactive game, which includes rewards and challenges they can participate in, as well as levels. Okay, here's what we got. There are no visible characters from Squid Game, except this text about the front man. Welcome, contestant. The front man has a new challenge for you. No characters in pink or green uniform. Now, we can't even scroll down to see what's at the bottom of the app. Let's share Canvas to see if we'll get more visibility. Okay, that's the Start Game button, somewhat visible. Nothing is working here. Let's see what Gemini can produce when we provide a reference image. This is the sketch we generated from ChatGPT. We'll ask it to create a gamified task planner that helps you get through your daily tasks in a fun way, where each task is an adventure. It includes rewards and levels. Who doesn't like a motivating way to get things done? We'll include all the features of the app that ChatGPT suggested to provide context on what the app should look like. Okay, so it keeps running into errors and fixing its own errors. After several minutes, here's what it produced. Looks okay. One thing we've noticed about some of the apps created using Gemini Canvas, they seem not to be expandable like with the Squid Game UI/UX app. Let's share the canvas and open it in a new tab to see if it'd be better. Okay, add a new quest and complete the fields. Again, we can't scroll down and apparently can't leave the screen. Okay, so we had to reload the page to try again. Everything else looks okay. You can change your profile. The focus mode, Fight the Boss for 25 minutes feature, is a dead zone. The button doesn't work. Journaling is such a nice feature, but nope, doesn't work too. It doesn't save journaled items. The one job this app was supposed to do is to be able to add quests, and the non-scrollable preview screen it provided makes it difficult to do so. Okay, at least we can edit the goals. What Gemini Canvas has provided us is a basic way to create apps like MVPs, but it may not always work the way you want. It generates the code and you can preview what your app looks like. It's great that it fixes its own error. Even though the app it produced had similar features to our sketch, the hero lad wasn't there, and it doesn't work like it should, but regardless, we'll give it a 60% for effort and a 40% for function. So, we decided to try the Gemini app again for our UI/UX game app, featuring Squid Game characters, but using the 2.5 Pro, as we've been using the 2.5 Flash all this time, since it's better for reasoning, math, and coding. Okay, we get pink and green color schemes. Red light, green light, the usability test is fitting. Your mission. A user needs to find the Settings button in this app to change their notification preferences. The current design is confusing. Your job is to fix it. Drag the UI elements into the correct positions to create a clear, user-friendly layout. When you're ready, hit Start Test. The rule is simple. If the user gets confused, you're eliminated. Ooh, exciting. Let's see if it works. Begin challenge. All we have to do is drag the UI components to the corresponding areas on the UI screen. Easy peasy. Now, let's start the usability test. Ooh, there's the infamous player 456 as the user going through the app. Shout out to Seongi-hun. Yay, it works! We passed the test, so this looks pretty great. The beautiful thing about Gemini is that you can access it at the Google AI Studio. Let's go to aistudio.google.com. Google AI Studio, in comparison to the Gemini app, is more powerful as it uses Gemini's most powerful AI models and is ideal for complex tasks, while the app helps with quick responses and simpler tasks. In the Studio, go to the Build tab, and let's see what it would produce for our Squid Game-based UI/UX app. It ran into an error and corrected itself. Oh, cool! We've got the Squid Game icons and the iconic red light, green light. Let's see if the game works. Yes, it works. Nice. And if you miss, you lose a life. This is such a fun game, though. Love it. Let's see how it would do with our sketch for the gamified daily task planner. It takes several minutes for it to write the code. Here's the app, and it looks good. We even have our hero image. Does this work? Let's find out. The journal page is under construction, so is the profile page, okay? And the dungeon page and stats page. But the quest screen works. Once you complete a task, the total XP adds up. And you can add a new quest, choose the level of difficulty, and it saves your task, reflecting it on the quest screen. But you can't choose the amount of XP for the task. Well, it works for the core of the app, but everything else doesn't work. It would seem that Gemini produces the barest minimum. Bear in mind that this is all free. With the paid version, you'll certainly be able to do more since Google AI Studio is for developers and researchers looking to build apps, and you can create almost anything you want. Anthropic has also added the feature to its Claude AI chatbot that lets you build AI-powered apps right inside the app. But we won't cover that in this video. Check out our next video to see a deep dive into that. We'll do a comparison between Gemini's results and Anthropic's. So, what's the final verdict? Gemini Canvas is a solid tool for prototyping and creating basic interactive apps, especially if you're just testing ideas, building MVPs, or exploring creative concepts without touching a single line of code. It's not perfect. Some features don't work as expected, scroll issues can be frustrating, and the output often needs polishing. But it's still impressive how much you can create with just a prompt. For developers, it's a huge time saver. You get structured code, auto-debugging, and a decent starting point to build from. For non-developers, it's an exciting way to experiment, visualize ideas, and understand how apps are built. And when paired with the more powerful Google AI Studio, you unlock even more complex builds and functionality. It's not quite a no-code magic wand, but it's definitely a glimpse into the future of app creation. So if you're a designer, builder, or just curious, give Gemini a spin. Let us know what you create in the comments. And don't forget to check out our next video where we put Claude AI's app building feature to the test and compare it head-to-head with Gemini. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be alerted when we drop new videos. See you in the next one.